Shut up, there's nothing. I'm Jam, and let's get to it. So today we're diving on into the BookTube Journey Tag. So let's go. So question number 1 in this tag is, how long have you been watching BookTube? And I think it predates me starting my YouTube channel, which was like, I mean, YouTube says that I started like 7 years ago, so that's sad. So before that, I think, and like kind of during it as well, a lot of the ideas I have came from other people who had done it before, which I think is generally what happens with things. Question number 2 in this tag is, how long have you been making BookTube videos? And it's definitely not as long as I've owned the channel, because in the beginning it was a lot of music, and then it sort of drifted into the BookTube world, and then it drifted even more into like other stuff that I was also interested in, like video games, which I never, like, when I set out to do it, I think it was just going to be a music channel. It wasn't going to be anything else. Maybe like music and like vlogs and sort of like me talking at the camera, but never anything else, never books, never video games, never anything. So if you go back through like my stuff, it's literally just music. And my very first video, it's not even got my face in it, it's just the music, because my parents got so funny about it. Now I look back and laugh because I was like, oh, whatever. And especially because I have so many videos out there on the internet now that's like, this is my face, whatever, I don't care. Question number 3 in this tag is, what made you start making videos? And I don't know what it was. I wanted to try something. There was a lot of people that, like, when I sort of started YouTube, it was just sort of kicking off that you could make a career out of it. And I don't know, I just wanted to be more comfortable, like, in myself, and I wanted to like talk at a camera. I thought it was really fun and cool. I also wanted to learn how to like video edit and do like crazy edits, but I never got that far because I got so distracted with everything else that was going on. But I just thought it was fun and cool, and like I got to talk at a camera, like, and like, you know, the only person who was gonna see it was me, like in the editing process, and then I like sent it out into the universe when I put it up on YouTube. But I don't know, I just thought it was gonna be fun, and that's why I still do it to this day, because it's a weird hobby of mine, just talking at a camera. Number 4 in this tag is there any significant people who have played a role in your BookTube journey? I think, strangely, Jessie the reader played a very big role in me wanting to continue doing like BookTube videos, because I thought for a very long time that I would just like, you know, not do them anymore, and I would just like, maybe the channel would be solely gaming, because that's the only thing I had like a lot of time for, strangely. Not doing like these really random half-assed like BookTube videos, but I don't know, I think like his optimism and the way he approached every single video, I was like, you're really cool, like I kind of want to like have that energy to do all that stuff. So like he kind of played a big role, but then like there was no one like specific that like, they were just like, you should keep doing it. In fact, a lot of people in my life, whenever I say that I'm still doing YouTube, they're just like, oh, you're still doing that? And I'm like, yeah, because I find it fun. Like, I wouldn't do it if I didn't find it fun. And there's like times where I don't video because I'm not feeling in the mood to do that. So, you know, it's only when I'm feeling extra keen and like want to put the energy in that I do the videos. Number 5 in this tag is, what books do you like to read? And I think it's pretty obvious, fantasy. Fantasy is like, it's my one love. Actually, it's not, that's a lie. It's one of my loves. Fantasy and queer books. And then if there is a queer book that is set in a fantasy world, even better. Even better. Number 6 in this tag is, how has that changed since you first started? I still like queer fantasy books. I still like queer books separate, like that are generally like contemporary, and fantasy books separate, but like I like them together. I think that's just my genre. Like I have tried to get out there. I've tried to get into non-fiction. It's just not my thing. I've tried to get into other things, but none of it is really my thing. Really like the Greek mythology stuff too, but that's not really surprising because I love Percy Jackson. So those are kind of like my genres: queer, fantasy, and mythology. It's the triangle that makes up the bisexualness of me. Number 7 in this tag is, what videos do you like to make the most? kind of any of them. I do find doing these ones quite draining though. I don't know why. It's because I bumble over my words, I get too excited, I talk too fast, and I miss out on things I want to say that later in editing I'm like, I should have said this, I should have said that, and I just forget. I think my favorite videos always tend to be whenever I'm filming with somebody else. Like, I really do tend to love like when people want to get on board with me and have fun on camera with me, because I see it as like making memories a little bit. I like anytime that I'm like cooking in the kitchen and like talking to the camera, because I think that's fun. I love doing the video game ones, mainly because it's just me getting cranky at video games and being very, very boomer-ish. But like, any of them are my most favorite to film. I always feel very energetic after filming. Like, I feel like it's just like, it feels like an ego boost that I'm like, yeah, look how awesome I am. Number 8 in this tag is, how has that changed since starting on BookTube? Do you think your style has changed? I think it has. Like, I don't have a lot of time to like finesse the videos. I would love to put more time into that, but I just get so drained because my days are so long. A lot of the time I only have time to film on the weekends, and like, it's hard because I have a housemate, which is my sister. So I feel a bit funny filming when there's other people around. So it's generally when the house is empty, it's just me. I can be loud and like obnoxious and annoying, and it's not gonna like put anybody else out. It's just annoying myself, really, just yelling at, it's just video games that I yell at, really. And I tend to edit those out because I feel like it's just too much for the world to see. So like, I definitely don't put as much effort as I used to put in to the videos. I want to put more effort in, but I'm like, oh, that's just like taking time out of actually editing the video, and we only have time to edit the video. If we like do this, then we're not gonna have time to edit other videos. Like, it's too much overthinking, really. And I'm just like, I could have made so many videos by the time that I've finished overthinking this, that like, let's just pump them out and see what happens, you know? Maybe one day I'll have money to actually pay for someone to like, you know, overly edit everything so they're like really wacky and fun. They're still fun, they're just not as wacky as I would like them to be. Number 9 in this tag is, do you script or edit your videos, and has that changed over time? I don't script any of my videos. None of them have a script except for like the beginning and the end. That's the only thing that's ever scripted. For the BookTube videos, I write out the questions, so I've got them in front of me, and I say a little spiel, but it never ends up being whatever this spiel is. Like, it just doesn't. Like this is what I've got scripted. Like, this is comparison to what I've just said to what is written here. I script out a little when it comes to the book videos, but everything else, the crazy thoughts that come out, and yes, I still edit, but they aren't as good as they used to be, is what I've written down here, compared to what I just said. So there you go. It's like semi-scripted, but not really. But all the video game ones are never scripted. It's just my reaction to whatever is happening on screen. And like, the beginning, I suppose, of some of the video game ones might seem scripted, but it's me just relaying whatever has happened in the last video. So in my mind, it makes sense because of the flow-on effect. Like, if people are watching the videos either for the first time or are watching it like a flow-on effect, like they want to watch that series of video games, it sort of just is updating what happened in the last one a little bit, which might be annoying, but I tend to only talk for about like maybe a minute or so. So if they find it annoying, they can always just like skip a little bit more into the video, and by then I've already started playing the game, because I find it annoying when I watch video game ones when they're just like updating me on what's happened last time and they're at the start screen still. So like, I don't know, it works for me. I think it's fun, but like, happy to take on constructive criticism. Question number 10 in this tag is, what is your most viewed video on YouTube? And I actually don't know. Well, that's a lie. I feel like I do know what it is, but I just want to double check. I think it's like one of The Last of Us. It's the second part of The Last of Us Part 2, which is like where one of the most dramatic things in the gaming world happened. It is The Last of Us Part 2, and then the title of it is Please Send Help. and it was published 4 years ago. And like, yeah, these are like the top ones at the moment that I'm filming. There you go. Last of Us 2, and then my rant about Toy Story 4, and then me reading Brain is Not Always Right. Yeah. And then me talking about my crazy art teacher. Wow, I didn't know that one was up there. Oh wait, no, that one is I think that one is like privated. Oh my god, that's so funny. I remember filming that one. I remember there was like a series of like ones I spoke about where it's just like my tennis teacher hates me, my art teacher hates me. It was like a series of like my crazy teachers over the years. Oh, that's funny. I should bring that series back. That was like a wacky Wednesday back in the day where I like wasn't doing music because I was getting bullied for it at school because people found my channel. Number 11 in this tag is, what is your favorite video you've ever created? And there's a few of them. I really enjoyed the series where I did dramatic readings of like some of my picture books. Not all of them turned out very well. I think the one I hate the most that's still up is Dr. Zeus one. Oh, the places you'll go, because it was so much longer than I expected it to be, and I bumbled over all the words. Like, oh my god, like I'm so terrible. This is why I don't write scripts. I'm so terrible at following them. I see a word, my brain wants to say something else. It's not fun being dyslexic. And also, like, I think just in general, your brain is so much ahead of what you're saying that you end up bumbling over words that you're not even said yet. It's so annoying. But I enjoyed doing that. I think my favorite of all time is Brain is Not Always Right. And I cried in that one. I had to stop recording because I started crying. I enjoyed, there's like a few of the like my music ones I've really enjoyed. I really like the bathtub one because it took me forever to get right. That was back when I was like living with my entire family. So like based on what I said before, I like to film when there's like no one in the house. And so like there's me and like my 4 other family members, like all 4 of them happen to be out for such a long time. I'm like, this is the time to film the bathtub song. And it took me so long, but I really like the acoustics in it. I think I sound very good. I look back and I'm like, why can't I sing like that anymore? It's very disappointing. What else do I like? I've written a list. I like the Post-it Note song. That was like one of the first videos I felt like I put like so much effort into because I was like taking photos and I end up messing it up. You can totally tell. I'm surprised I haven't gotten hate for that, but I probably will now that I've said it out loud. You can go back and watch the video. Basically, it got to the point where I messed up because I'm fucking dyslexic. I messed up one of the Post-it notes. Like I missed out a word or something, and so the chorus is different to the entire rest of the bloody video. Number 12 in this tag is, do you have a favorite book you read because of BookTube? And I'm gonna kind of extend this to Book Talk and to a certain friend that influenced me to read ACOTAR, because I was very thrown off by the first one. The first one I did not like at all. I was like, nah, this is terrible, hate it. I don't want to read the rest, even though I had them. They're up there. They're blocked by this thing, but they're there. I know they're there. Fans will know they're there. They will be able to see through the wood. And also like other Sarah J. Maas books are there, so like I tend to pair the authors together on the shelf. But I kept on seeing stuff about the later books and I was like, oh, okay, maybe it does get better. And then I caught up with one of my really good friends. I have told this in other videos, and it would be funny if he has seen them because he might even talk to me about it, because he actually watches my videos. A lot of my friends don't. But he said, oh, have you heard about this series called like ACOTAR? I'm reading it because one of my other good friends like really loves it, so I want to be part of the conversation sort of thing. And I was like, oh no, I've only read the first one. I'm really reluctant to read the others. Like I hear it gets better, much like the Throne of Glass series. I heard that gets better too. But like, it's just like, why are you setting up I mean, like, I get it, but I'm also like, why is the first book the worst one, Sarah? Why is it the worst one? Because, like, you get so much better as the series goes along. At least Akata. I can't speak for Throne of Glass yet, but I do want to read it. And so, yeah, like, heavily, that was, like, probably, like, one of my favorites that I've read that I'm like, this is so trash, but I love it. Number 13 in this tag is, do you have a favorite BookTube experience and would you tell us? I don't really have one. It's always really like exciting when one of the book videos like gets up there in the views, because like I don't think they're my most popular videos for people to watch. So that's always really exciting, but like no, there's nothing like specific that I'm like, this was the best moment of my life. What does your book selection look like? What more can I say? Yeah. I mean, I have more, and there's like some nerd shit on the side there. These are probably all my favorites, or books I want to read, or books I read frequently enough that they're all like just there. There's books I do want to get rid of. I've got books in my room, and I'm like, oh, these are my favorite. That's why they're in my room. Out of sight, out of mind. Number 15 in this tag, which is the last question in this tag, is what advice would you give it to people starting a new channel? It's a BookTube channel, but I'm just going to say new channel in general. I think just like show up as your genuine self and like have fun and don't take it too seriously. I think like getting into YouTube now is a lot harder than what it used to be, and it's definitely still hard for me. I'm still like chipping away and trying to get somewhere with it because I enjoy it and I want to do it a little bit more than what I'm doing it currently. I have a lot of backlog of videos, which is how I get out every single week. But yeah, just be yourself and hopefully the viewers will follow. You never know what could happen. If you don't try, you'll never know, which is one of my favorite things to ever say, because like, you don't know. Like, if you want to do something in life, it doesn't even have to be YouTube, just anything. It's just like, well, like, don't do it because someone else thinks it's stupid. Do it and try it and see what happens. And like, you never know like what the universe is gonna throw at you or what's gonna happen if you go and do something that you like doing. Like, it's just, you don't know. And if you try and fail, that is so okay. I fail every day. Look at my channel. Like, I've been working on it for like, what, 7 years or something? I still haven't gotten anywhere, but I haven't given up yet. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, that's all I've got for you today. Please like, subscribe, because it's always nice, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.